kick to the gut. I like it.
Yo guys, it's Mr. Young here. We're not doing a live stream this week, but with so much wrestling action this weekend, we thought, hey, we drop you some content, give you a little bit of a hot take on what's happened, all right? But before we do that though, want to give a quick shout out to the Ring of Rebuff. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Boom. Thanks for hooking your podcast boys up with some official swag, official merchandise. Let's check it out. Unboxing? I think so. Boom. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. What do we have? What's in the box? Yo, check it out. Official Ring of Rebuff swag. Let's go. Let's put it on right now. Hang on. Yo, this is legit. Check it out. Looking good. Once again, shout out to Ring of Rebuff. Let's go. All right, it's time to talk about this weekend's WWE Extreme Rules. Here's a quick hot take. First thing, thank you, Papa H, for making everything work now. The big concern I had going into Extreme Rules, are they going to go way too over the board like a certain other company, AEW? And thankfully, I think somebody, probably Triple H, backstage told everybody, all right, stick to, or try to anyway, stick to the gimmick match that you have, and let's not bring out every single implement under the ring, you know what I mean? And in general, I think that they managed to do that. The first match of the night kind of stole the show for me. Talking about the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. You know, I think a lot of people were surprised that they didn't bring everything out from under the ring, but I thought that made perfect sense because at the end of the day, Imperium, they are sort of artists on the mat. The mat is sacred and all that, right? They are professional wrestlers. So having the brawlers, Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch, just basically bring the fight to them made a lot of sense. And of course, coming off a SmackDown with that weird sort of like, did he tap? Did he not tap? The quote unquote, they call it the Brazilian tap, by the way. I believe made infamous by Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen. There was this one UFC event where it looked like Anderson Silva was tapping, but he wasn't. He sort of like fake tapped. And yeah, I think that's what they were going for here. You know, like sort of like he only tapped twice. It wasn't a proper tap. But hey, it kind of gave away the ending for this match, not gonna lie. And the right people won, obviously. I don't know if this means they will move on and Imperium will move on to another feud here, but I mean, just a few months ago, Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes were kind of lame, right? Imperium, yes, you had Gunther, he was the Intercontinental Champion, but they didn't know what to do with him. Enter Papa H, and all of a sudden, this is one of the hottest feuds, and the crowd reaction, I think, says it all. So bam, there you go. To me, my favorite match of the entire card. Then we have Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan. There's a reason why this match came in second. It was the toilet break match. It wasn't horrible, but like, see, here's the thing with Ronda Rousey, right? She's still, I feel, at that stage where she needs a veteran. Somebody like a Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair, Bayley, to sort of lead her through the match. Liv Morgan is not the person to bring the best out of Ronda Rousey. And it, to me, made sense that Ronda Rousey just kind of whooped Liv Morgan's ass and took the belt right off of her. Choked her out, right? I love the choke at the finish, you know. It was a cool visual with like a piece of the table there. I don't know if that was serendipitous. It was an accident where the piece of the table was there. It looks like Ronda was using the table to choke out Liv as well. It was kind of weird that Liv was smiling. I don't know if that was on purpose or the fact that, you know, when her mouth is sort of resting there, it looks like... But, hey, maybe this is leading up to a creepier side of Liv Morgan? Who knows, right? We'll have to wait and see. Right result, the match itself was kind of meh. Okay, talking about meh matches, I want so much for these two to really succeed, but for whatever reason, Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre is just not doing it for me. I don't know what you guys feel. Of course, leave it in the comments, right? But the strap match, yes, they tried as hard as they could. They didn't try to involve too much other implements of hardcore, as it were. You know, they stuck to the strap. It was very physical. You got to give it to them. But I don't know. It's the same thing I said about Karrion Kross back in NXT. Something about him just doesn't feel natural. Like, he looks amazing. He looks much better with hair. Let's put it that way. Scarlett looks amazing. I feel like they're going for the Sable vibes here with the whole leather thing and the blonde hair and everything. Of course, she has to get involved with the pepper spray and all that. I didn't hate the end. It made sense, and hopefully they write Drew off for a little while. Drew needs some time away for us to miss him, and he can make his big return at the Royal Rumble. But yes, Karrion Kross definitely needed the momentum, so this made sense. The match itself, yeah, it's slightly better than the Ronda Rousey Liv Morgan match, but I don't know, man. Middle of the card blues, I guess. Okay, then we move on to Bianca Belair and Bayley. This is an interesting one. I feel like they took less crazy chances. It's almost as if they went back to the old school ladder matches, right? They definitely had their spots. They tried to wrestle more. It's like Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon. They tried to tell a story instead of going overboard with the crazy ass spots. I think the problem is, with AEW and recent like Attitude Era or recent WWE ladder matches, they try to, go overboard, right? And like we've always said, like I've always said on the show, the crazier things get, the more fans expect it, and that's the problem. How far can you go? What are you going to jump off the rafters? You can't do that, right? And obviously they want to look out for their performance. So to me, this is a smart corporate company move. All right, let's do a ladder match. Let's not make or have fans expect the craziest of stunts. Let's just try to do good old-fashioned wrestling, but with ladders. So I enjoyed the match. Bianca Belair beating Bayley, though, I'm not a fan, but I understand why it happened. They really need to make Bianca look strong, moving on with whatever program they have, and Bayley's obviously the person to do it. Bayley kind of doesn't need to. I would have liked to see Bayley and her group dominate, and it, with all the women's titles and stuff like that. But it kind of stings too that you had Io Shirai, you had Dakota Kai, the whole Damage Control come out, and Bianca still won. Kind of makes them look ineffective, right, as a group. So I'm not a big fan of that. Still, great match, great showing by the two ladies. Finn Balor versus Edge. Okay. The second Beth Phoenix came in, I was like, oh, I think I kind of know where they're going with this. Because, they want to play with the heartstrings. And remember, okay? I think it was last week on the podcast, we talked about how on their social media, or was it on Raw, they replayed that clip of Roman Reigns versus one of the Usos. Remember that whole feud where he tried to get the Uso to quit, but he wouldn't quit, so he basically threatened the other Uso, put him in a submission, right? So I for the life of me, can't remember which Uso said what. But yes, so they essentially did a bit of foreshadowing, because that's exactly what happened here with Beth Phoenix. I was like, oh, Beth is in the match. And kudos to them. It almost looks like Edge was going to win. And I feel like the crowd was inclined to lean that way as well. And I would have accepted that because honestly, they've kind of, punked Judgment Day out. So yeah, I definitely feel like Judgment Day they needed the win, and kudos to Edge for, giving them the rub lah. But of course, it had to be through various amounts of shenanigans, including, you can't make Edge look bad here. He's not going to quit on his own volition. So they had to do the whole threatening the concerto on Beth to make Edge quit. So it logically made sense. They wrote themselves into a situation there, and, they wrote themselves out lah. And then, of course, Rhea, being the dastardly heel that she still concertoed Beth anyway. So this is obviously going to lead into a Rhea versus Beth or a mixed tag match at some point, and I'm all for that. Probably happening in January because, Beth is going to have to sell this injury, right? So they can write Edge off of TV for a while. He's at home taking care of Beth and all that kind of stuff. So that makes sense. So there you go. And, well, he'll probably return for Royal Rumble, limited schedule and all that. Makes perfect sense storyline-wise. Or maybe he can show up on Raw the next day to try to, get revenge, and then he can get taken out somehow, right? Okay, main event. For some reason, it felt weird. It felt flat to me. Me being a fan of the UFC as well, and I know they tried to do like MMA stuff at the start. I've said it before, trying to do shoot fighting, work shoot fight looks really fake to me, and that's what it looked like in the beginning of the match. After that, of course, they went into the whole pro wrestling thing. They didn't do too many crazy things, which, you know, I understand for the safety of the performers and stuff like that, their careers and whatnot. But I think because of previous NXT shows, the bar got raised, so I start to expect a lot more. I'm glad, though. I'm glad this is the way they're going, that they're not going overboard, because like I keep saying, I feel like I need to repeat this over and over again. If you go overboard all the time, the bar gets raised way too high. And I'm not saying you should have a low bar. I'm saying tell good stories so you don't have to put your performers at risk and have everybody injured all the time. AEW. Anyway, Matt Riddle needed the win. Made sense that he picked up the win here. And then, of course, the big finale. I mean, let's face it. Yes, the crowd popped when Matt Riddle won, but the real pop, the big pop, the holy shit chance, the return of Bray Wyatt. The White Rabbit, or whatever you want to call him. I mean, this is sports entertainment at its best, right? The big return. The crowd was all for it. The crowd went ape shit. You know, you had the Firefly Funhouse characters all show up in fully dressed mascot costumes. You know, I'm curious to see what this new version of Bray Wyatt is going to be. All we got was a glimpse. He comes through the door. He has a brand new mask on. Feels like it's inspired by the new movie starring Ethan Hawke. Was it called Black Phone? Apparently, I heard it's a very good movie, but it's probably just an evolution of Bray Wyatt. Hopefully, he comes back and I don't know. Is he going to do a Many Faces of Foley deal here, or is he just going to concentrate on this one new character? We'll have to wait and see. I'm excited. I was kind of hoping he would make his return at Crown Jewel, like we mentioned a few episodes ago, not gonna lie, but hey, we got Bray Wyatt back, and that's exciting news. So there you go, that's my hot take on Extreme Rules. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Let us know what you thought of Extreme Rules, by the way, in the comment. Upon 10, what do you give it? I would give it a solid 8.
Hey guys, it's Ford in the building. Shout out to Region Dragon. Thank you so much to Ring of Rebuff for some official merchandise. So we're gonna do a quick unboxing here. First of all, I'm gonna explain to you guys the situation. I'm here on a holiday here in Perth, but you know, Kick to the Guy wrestling is always gonna be happening 24/7, right? From Mr. Young. Shout out to you, bro. Hope everything's good in Singapore, man. But yeah, let's check out what ROR has for me. So first of all, pretty dope logo. Love the merchandise. Love the materials. Looks legit. Yeah, and thanks for having me on large size, right? Okay, so let's go see what's inside. I'm so sorry I'm gonna have to tear this, but you know, I hope you don't mind. Alright, so guys. Oh, dope. Nice. Oh, let's see. Here you go. Love the color, man. Love it. Well, I'm not gonna wear it yet, but I'll probably take a photo and take a snap and put it on Instagram once I've tried it out. But first impressions, I'm going for like a Hulk Hogan 80s Southern Territory style kind of design, bro. Whatever it is, liking the look of it. So, Ring of Rebuff, check out their merchandise, and please support local wrestling. Oh, don't forget, check out my quick hot takes on Extreme Rules on this week's special episode of Kick to the Gut. So, enjoy wrestling fans, let's go! Hey guys, it's Ford here from Kick to the Gut. Guess where I am? Hey, I'm at Perth. So, I'm so sorry that we can't do a proper live stream like we usually do. But you know, think of it as like a special episode, you know. Even though I'm here on holiday right now in Australia, I can't resist watching some wrestling for you guys. Come on, right? Gotta review Extreme Rules. So, wow, what a show, man. 2 words: Bray Wyatt. He's back, amazing. And I mixed feelings. The fact that I couldn't watch it live because you know I'm here, but it's amazing. It was like the punctuation mark on the show, right? To have him at the end of the event coming out with all his Firefly fun houses, the fact that it's abandoned, the room was abandoned. I think that was a great touch. The fact that he came out in a new mask. Could we be seeing like a new iteration of Bray Wyatt? I don't know. I love the fact that the Fiend was shown, was acknowledged as well. So it's great to see him back. It's great to have him, and thank you, Papa H. So looking forward to see Bray Wyatt back in WWE. As for the rest of the show, I gotta admit, I kind of watched, browsed through it pretty quickly. I was very interested in the fight pit match between Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle with Daniel Cormier. I expected him to be more involved, but he kind of called it straight right down the middle as a referee. So I guess that's just like a one-off appearance. But it was a great match, and it's great that Matt Riddle had the win. Seth Rollins once again MVP, making another star. I think he deserves to go back and to winning ways and get a title shot. I hopefully that with this over, Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle can go separate ways. The fact that Bray Wyatt appeared right at the end, right after their match, might hint at the fact that they might be working with him, with Bray Wyatt in the future, whether it's Riddle or Rollins. Either way, the feud is gonna be amazing, right? As for other highlights on the show, to be honest, Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross, I didn't think it was it wasn't the kind of match, the kind of performance that I thought made Karrion Kross. It was a good first impression. Of course, Scarlett is amazing. Didn't really like the ending, the use of the pepper spray. I thought it was a cheap finish. I thought Karrion Kross should have had a more emphatic victory. So hopefully he has another chance to prove himself. In my opinion, I think the show hurt a lot by the absence of the bloodline. No Roman Reigns, no Usos, no Sami Zayn, no Solo Sikoa. So it felt like a middling show, but I know they tried their best, having the stipulations, having all the different matches highlighted and different rivals highlighted. Between the women's matches, I was more of a fan of Bianca Belair versus Bayley. The ladder match was amazing. The KOD into the ladder by Bianca Belair, what a spot. So that was a great match as well. In terms of Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey, like Liv Morgan did her best, but at the end of the day, Ronda Rousey is still the better wrestler. She was more violent and she proved herself once again and won back the championship. But it was very interesting to note after the match, Liv Morgan was smiling, sadistic smile. So a lot of people are playing into that, whether it ties to Bray Wyatt or whatnot. But her social media I think blacked out recently, so maybe that might signal a heel turn. Her defeat might have caused her to, to turn over to the dark side. So that's a story worth keeping up to as well. And finally, in terms of the other matches, the Donnybrook match was a great banger opening match. Love the fact that Sheamus and his team got the victory, and they still managed to keep Gunther strong. So, sorry, Mr. Young. I also hear in Perth also got airplanes, you hear that? Not only at your house, bro. Okay, so so I love the fact that they kept Gunther strong. So I'm hoping for Gunther versus Sheamus part 3 as well. What else? What other matches was there? Liv Morgan, did I miss out anything else? If I miss out, please comment on the comments below on YouTube. Let me know. I'll send you a DM on my review of the rest of the match. I miss you, Mr. Young. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed the show as well. Saleh The Intern, thank you so much for stitching all of this together. We won't be here again next week. We're taking another short break because it's Mr. Young's turn to go on holiday. So we will take turn clear our holiday leave or to the gut. But we will be back just in time for Crown Jewel. So we're going to talk about Logan Paul. We're going to be talking about Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia. And of course, Full Gear. So don't worry, we'll be back just in time for like the busy end to the season. So episode 40. See you in 2 weeks. Enjoy.
Alright guys, my name is Saleh and we are live right after SPW Cream of the Crop, and it was so astronomical. Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but that is the next pay-per-view 10th anniversary show for SPW name. So yeah, let's do some rundown. Okay, so the first first up we got a short recap of the past 10 years of what happened to SPW, the whole decade and all, and then we move on to the first match to start the night, which is Bryson Blade versus Dr. Gore, and Dr. Gore won, which is Bryson Blade talks a lot, but at the end the good doctor won. The second one, which is the NBCB 6-man Battle Royal with cheese. Alright, that's a mouthful, but I'm gonna upgrade it because they just changed the whole thing to an 8-man Battle Royal with cheese. It's 8 men, so alright, so it's Meta, Homeless Reese, CK Vin, Trickster, Sultan Singh, Destroyer Dharma, and then they included one of the guys from NBCB, and it's his debut on SPW, which is CBK. Maybe he's a play of words, to HBK, or it can also mean CBK, but there is one of the wrestler, and the other one, which is damn surprising, because referee Ryan was there, and everyone was shocked when referee Ryan was supposed to wrestle in that match, and he was also shocked. So the whole thing was chaotic. So at the end of the match, it was Destroyer Dharma winning the NBCB 8-man Battle Royal with cheese. So he won the NBCB championship. So the founder of NBCB, passed it on to him, and then they announced that the NBCB championship is actually a 24/7 championship. So we're gonna cut to this little interview and a promo.
Actually, I'm feeling great that the company decided to put this inaugural championship on me. I feel that they trust me to be able to do bigger things with this. That's why they gave me this. So I'll see how best I can add value to this title and Singapore wrestling with this opportunity.
Do you feel safe with the championship?
Kayfabe wise, no, but I think generally okay lah. Just hoping that some fans don't go crazy and start attacking me. Anyway, it comes down to wrestling. You put up a good match, whether it's a title, whether it's a bad booking, whatever it is, it's about the art. You do your best, entertain the crowd. You need to lose, just lose. You need to play the bad guy, just play the bad guy. It's contributing to the bigger picture. It's not about us as individuals.
It would be funny if someone will attack you right now. It'd be funny if someone will roll it out right now. It'd be funny. You tried.
It's an A for effort.
So as you can see, that was a little promo and the short interview with Destroyer Dharma. And yeah, let's move on to referee Ryan.
After that battle royal, I'm still quite shocked that I've actually hit that stunner thingy. I'm like, oh, I finally hit it. Yeah, and also very tired. Now they just wrestle. I also referee the other matches also, so I'm still tired, but I'm hanging there. Let's continue to wrestle. If I'm given a chance, I would.
So that was from referee Ryan, and after the match, it was so chaotic. Everyone just chased after the NBCB championship after it was announced that it was a 24/7 championship. And let's move on to the third match, which is Craven versus Big Good Jack. And honestly, I feel like that is the match of the night. They tore the house down with all the near falls, the vicious chops to the chest. At the end of the day, it was Craven that won the match. And then we move on to the fourth match of the night, which is Poppy versus Alexis Lee. It was pretty short, but the interesting thing is, after the match, Alexis Lee vacated and relinquished the tag team title. And then we move on to the next one, which is supposed to be a championship match between, the Butcher Man and Big T. But, the Butcher Man got COVID, get well soon. So, Eurasian Dragon takes over the place. And the funny thing is, Big T came out with the Butcher Man's theme song. So, all of us were shocked, is it the Butcher Man really here? But at the end, it's still Big T. So, but, at the end of the day, Big T got the W through submission. And then we move on to the next international match between the team of Shaukat and Statement versus the PWOGs. And bro, that match was so cool. Sorry, fuck. Alright, we got an unexpected interview. So how are you feeling? Oh damn. Should. How you feeling?
Do you remember? Do you know who I am?
Actually, I don't.
My name is Straight Sauce John Day, and I'm one of the best young pro wrestlers in this country.
So what's your future? You know, like what do you hope for the future?
Dominance.
Okay, okay.
Fucking easy, dominance. That's it. Come on. My name is Straight Sauce John Day, and I'm one of the funniest, quickest, smartest professional wrestlers Southeast Asia has ever produced. You don't remember me, but I've been a fucking dominant force in this region since I was 16 years old. Keep that for your fucking interview.
Alright, see, it's so hectic right now. Well, I don't know, man. It's only like right after the show. It's so hectic. But you know, let's continue with the match between, you know, the international tag team match. Okay, I'm just gonna say, you know, Shaukat, a statement has a tension between them. So let's just cut to statement.
Feeling good. I got the win. I told you it was a walk in the park. I mean, come on, please. You have two of the top Southeast Asian wrestlers against PWOGs. I mean, don't waste my time.
I sense there's now some tension between you and Shaukat.
Tension?
Like,
Yeah, of course. He beat me for my title. I mean, I think he cheated. No, I wasn't 100%. The night before, I was out drinking, partying, having a good time with the ladies, and then, you know, I got complacent, I lost, but, well, I mean, I still have some beef with him. I mean, please, come on, I am SPW. I should be the Southeast Asia champion. So, I mean, come on, he comes to my house right now. He want to act like he's some big shot, big club. No, it's my house. Of course, he needs to know I'm the top dog.
So will he be your next opponent?
We never know, but I mean, I'm good. He did his part. I mean, if you see the promo, he was reluctant to tag with me, but apparently we have some good chemistry. Maybe we might be the next tag team champions. We never know.
Yeah, correct. Okay, I can't wait for the next pay-per-view.
Yes, 24th, 25th, SPW 10-year anniversary. 2 nights in a row featuring huge stars. Am I? Oh, rival Tajiri will be headlining. Now that's a statement. Yeah!
So, there you go. And you know, at the end of the match, the team of Shaukat and Statement got the W. But who knows? In the future, they might be a tag team. Who knows? They might, you know, bump into each other again, or you know, become opponents. I don't know. Just wait for the future. And then we move on to the main event of the night, which is Aiden Rex, the Southeast Asia champion, versus Black Arrow. And oh my god, the whole crowd there was so wild. Like, the part of it was supporting Black Arrow, and another part was supporting Aiden Rex, and the little part of the crowd was supporting referee Ryan. That match was so chaotic with all the lead high flying moves, like the near falls. But at the end of the day, Aiden Rex retains as the Southeast Asia champion. But you know what's next? Is the SPW 10 years anniversary astronomical. So don't forget to catch that, and I can't wait to catch that show.
Kick to the gut. I like it.